if you will, we have an important task ahead of us, and we don't have a lot of time, so we'll just keep things moving. And please enjoy your lunch, and feel free to get up and grab an extra cookie or there's coffee and tea and iced tea over there. I'm Martha Vetter, and as you probably know, 5 years ago we started Chicks for Charity in order to help the under-the-radar nonprofit organizations in our community that are doing so much good. And today we are going to choose our 5th charity. So I'm really proud to say that the beneficiary of today's vote will be our charity for the next 2 years. We'll start January 1st and go all the way through 2012. This year we had a record 50 different organizations that put their nominations in to be charities, which I find very encouraging that Chicks is really out there and people want to be involved and know that we can help them, but also somewhat stunning that there are so many organizations that need our help. So I'm hopeful that regardless of who we choose, we not only support them, but we'll also continue to support other organizations in the community that need our assistance. I also want to acknowledge the 45 or so Chicks in Charge who volunteered hours of their time to go through the 50 nominations and narrow it down to our 3 finalists that are here today. They include Camp Courageous, which is over here. Welcome, Camp Courageous. The International Boxing Club, which is over there. And the Great Lakes Center for Autism, which I believe is at this table right here. So welcome all of you. I can tell you that the task of choosing the finalists was incredibly difficult. There are so many wonderful groups out there, and in the past years we've been able to help a few of them, including the Furniture Bank, the Beach House Family Shelter, Assistance Dogs, and the Victory Center. In fact, Chicks for Charity has raised more than $250,000 for these organizations so that they can help people. I'm really proud to say that in the last 2 years, we've raised more than $150,000 for the Victory Center alone. Wow. That is a phenomenal accomplishment, especially when you consider how we raise that money. And that's by all of us doing our own thing with our family, friends, and coworkers, and raising little bits of money here and there in order to make a difference for our community. As you know, we have just one main fundraiser a year, our Chicks Mix in the summer, which this year we had almost 800 chicks, and I think we raised almost $50,000, maybe a little more. My numbers are off. But all the rest of that money is by you here in this room and our fellow chicks that couldn't make it, doing little things by having their lemonade stands and raising $1,500, and having a beach party and raising $1,000, or a cookie drive. There have been so many awesome events that have really helped us to get where we are, and it's because of you that are living our mantra that we've been able to make a difference. And that mantra, as we say at every single meeting we've ever had, which is to enjoy life, to laugh a lot, to work hard, to play hard, to be thankful for our blessings, of which we have many, to share the wisdom, and most of all, the reason we're all here, to give back. And that's what it takes to be a Chick for Charity. And this room is full of awesome chicks, so thank you to all of you. I do want to say on behalf of all of us that work to coordinate the miscellaneous chick events and kind of keep everything going, there's a slew of people, but I want to make sure I mention Shannon Minoski, who is so helpful. But I do want to say, but we want to say thank you to the Victory Center, because the Victory Center for the past 2 years has been phenomenal to work with. Thank you to Laura Johnson and to Kelly Brooks, to Penny, to Kim, to Lynn, to Diane Cherry, to all of you. You have been awesome to work with. You've been a joy, and we have learned so much from you on how to give back to our community and how to do great things. So thank you, Victory Center. We will miss you a lot. But today, we look for our new charity and our next opportunity to really make a difference in health. Unfortunately, our time is somewhat limited. I know a lot of people have to get back to work. So we are going to give each of the charities 15 minutes for them to get up and tell their story. And as you know, you should have also received an email with information about each nominee. And there will be another email that goes out today with a connection to their website. And also, I believe you guys are doing a videotape of this, or a taping of this right now, a recording of it. It's digital, I guess, it's not video. That it's going to be on YouTube, so that all of the other chicks, because there are 1,600 other chicks that didn't make it here today, that will be able to go online and watch this and do their voting. Because the voting will start today, and it will close at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So you want to make sure and tell all of your other chick friends to get out there and vote. Okay, so let's get started. 15 minutes for each group. We will give you a sign when you're at 10 minutes. I apologize in advance if we have to cut anybody off if they go over, but we want to make sure and give everybody time. They can use their time however they like, so it's up to them whether there'll be questions or how they want to run it. And our first one is Camp Courageous. Right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Camp Courageous and
We're going
Steve
to switch
Kiesler.
off. Will you guys
And
come
Nancy
and do
Joy
it for me?
Hunyon.
Just to
right?
give our rooms a break.
Can you hear us in the back?
Do you want us to move?
First of all, let me say how honored
go
I
ahead and
am
finish
to be
eating.
here
Come
with
over and then
all
when
of
you're
these
done
fellow chicks and the great things that we do as a group. I'm here because I sponsored Camp Courageous this year, and I got involved with them through a volunteer project. And let me tell you, I drove by this camp probably 3 or 4 times a day because of my children and proximity to schools and everything, and never really knew what they were until I got involved with them a little bit. And then I went, wow, what an organization, and the mission and the vision that they have. And I'm not going to spill the beans on what they're all about. I'm going to allow Steve to do that. But I just want to tell you, as a fellow Czech, this is an incredible organization, doing great things out there, and I'm honored to be involved with them. So, Steve?
I don't do podiums very well, so forgive me. Kind of as an aside, having lettuce wraps and then having me go on camera, having to check my teeth, make sure. But I do appreciate the opportunity to come and talk with you all today. As Martha said, you have the information about camp, so I'm not going to inundate you with all the details. What you see behind me really will speak volumes about what Camp Courageous is about. We are an organization that provides recreational experiences for kids and adults with special needs. We are the only organization of its kind in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. We serve more than 300 individuals a year through our residential programs, our respite programs, and our day programs. When I was up at 4 o'clock this morning nervous about this, the first thing that popped in my head was what an opportunity. Not only an opportunity for Camp Courageous to have some financial assistance, which obviously the amount of money that's been raised by the chicks has been phenomenal. But it's an opportunity to get the word out about Camp Courageous to 1,600 civic-minded women in our community. Not many organizations will have that opportunity to do that in a 2-year period of time. It's overwhelming, it's daunting, it's exciting. Each and every one of us has somebody in our lives that has a special need, that needs assistance. If we can provide just 1 day of respite for an individual with a disability, we've done our job. If we can help a family have the opportunity to go to the grocery store without bringing their children with autism with them, who may or may not have a good or bad day, we're doing our job. The opportunity for Camp Courageous to continue to talk about our mission every time you have an event, to give you our information so that you can tell your friends and family what we provide, what we can do to help folks with disabilities. It's amazing to me, and it's overwhelming, and it's daunting, and hence being up at 4 a.m. thinking about it. What I'd really like to do is introduce Jody Lehman and her son Ryan. Ryan is one of our campers. I affectionately call him Wrestling Ryan because Ryan Harlow and I wrestle on almost a daily basis, and I've yet to win. Ryan has been coming to camp for 20 years, 15 years, and I can't think of a better way to have it illustrated about what camp's about than have one of our families talk about Camp Courageous. So we have Jody and Ryan come up, please.
Jody, and this is Ryan. And I was asked to speak on behalf of Camp Courageous, and it is my honor to do so. This is what camp means to me as a parent of a special person. Ryan does not understand the meaning of the word handicapped, so he always says he is special, and believe me, he is. After school let out in the summertime, I have 2 children. We have a daughter, and she's normal. She was able to go to different camps for the summer, and Ryan always wanted to experience some type of camp. We sent him to a normal camp, and after 24 hours, we were asked to come back and pick him up because they weren't able to handle him. So you can imagine the pain that we felt that he wasn't accepted there. So after some research, we were blessed to discover Camp Courageous, and Ryan has now been benefiting 15 years or more. He's accepted there, he is loved by all, and it has been a blessing to our family. Ryan loves the campfires, hiking, lifeguarding, arts and crafts, and of course wrestling, all the activities that camp has to offer. Quite frankly, I think he runs the camp. He definitely does take charge. I wish I could take all of you on a tour of Camp Courageous in the summertime, and you'd be able to look at all the faces of the many participants and see the absolute joy in their faces. It's easy for us to get to camp, it's hard to get him to leave camp. So he does attend for 3 weeks each year. I know that camp would very much benefit from any funding that would be awarded to them. In closing, please meet Ryan and know that he thanks you from the bottom of his heart, as does the rest of our family. May God bless you and have a happy holidays. Camp meets to you.
I like camp.
What else?
Russell,
Who do you beat up when you wrestle?
Steve.
All right, thank you all.
Do I have a couple minutes?
You do.
I don't want the hook.
Nope, you won't get up. You got
As Jody said, any financial support would be warranted. Many of our campers, and Ryan is one of them, he comes for 3 weeks, but does not have the funding for 3 weeks. Some of the money that would be contributed would go to our campership fund so that we can help folks who have the need but not the means to come to Camp Courageous during the summer or during one of our fall weekends or one of our spring weekends. Another portion of the money would be used to help with the program, the project that Nancy's been working on, but also to further our vision of making camp a 12-month facility so that we can do programming for individuals with special needs throughout the year, not just providing a camping experience, but providing outdoor recreation, providing horticultural therapy, art therapy, some other programs. So I don't envy you today because you have 2 other great organizations that you have to listen to, and you have to decide in your hearts which organization is the best for you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to us, and good luck voting today. Thanks. Excellent questions. I love questions.
How many campers this year?
That's why familiar faces are always good. We had over 300 campers for this year. We've logged more than 15,000 camper days for the year. That doesn't include the different programs that use our swimming pool. Model School uses our swimming pool several times a week. Bittersweet Farms, which is another program for individuals with autism. The local Anthony Wayne Y has used our pool. And we've done some other day retreats for sensory activities for individuals, or for families with kids with sensory disorders.
Are you open year-round?
We are, well, we have 2 staff that are there year-round. That's what we're trying to get to. Our offices are there. We're doing work year-round, but we don't have programming year-round. A lot of our facilities are not weather. It's very weather dependent. So we are expanding our season, so we're working into the spring and into the fall through October. We even did some things up through mid-November this year. So that is definitely an ultimate goal for us, is to become a full year facility. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Starting at what age?
6 or 7, and our oldest camper this past summer was 84 or 5. As you can imagine, it's pretty interesting having our octogenarians coming out to camp. But she comes out for a weekend and has a blast and does her thing, so.